All right, we're back with Week 7, Day 1 of Star League Racing. We're going to be doing, starting off an interesting bunch of scheduled days. This weekend is going to be a little bit odd as far as the schedule goes, but as far as we've worked it out currently, it should work out so that by the end of these 2 weekends, we'll have only the championship racers left. So today we're going to be doing LarxLive versus MikeIsMyIke for elimination, followed by Ruddigger versus Bad Dog for elimination. And then tonight at 10 p.m. we had to have a late race. We're going to be doing the junior regular finals of Johnny 11 versus Fishy1289. So I get excited for that. I'm joined by Rud.
Hello.
Yeah, and little bit of delay there. Definitely no awkwardness with what channel I stream to. Don't check for that. But we're gonna get started as soon as we possibly can here because I kind of want to get going. I'm super excited for this stuff. We're getting to the end of the line here. These are the races before junior elimination finals, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going down.
Yeah, I believe it is, and I am even more excited than you are. Junior bracket, the most exciting bracket. I've said it since day one.
Yeah, I am officially a firm believer of that. Junior bracket has been insane regularly, whereas the pro bracket is kind of predictable, so I'm super hyped for today.
Yes. Also, it's too bad. It's going to be 3 crummy racers and 1 good one today.
Yeah, unfortunately, Mike is our only good racer today, so...
What? Yeah, you're probably right.
I'm interested, though. Mike and Larx are both very good at the game.
Yeah.
Mike has this tendency to get to Ole Mike quite frequently, but unfortunately end up facing unfortunate demises at the end of the line. We'll see how that changes or stays the same here.
Yeah, when this started, I kind of expected it to be Mike and Larx in the finals, but...
Yeah, my personal expectation was that it would be Mike versus Johnny in the finals.
Mm-hmm.
I was close. Johnny is currently in the finals, but Mike ended up getting eliminated, I believe, his last race. So,
yeah.
Pretty
Between the 3
stuff.
of these guys, I think they got this bracket locked in.
Yep. And I've never actually seen Larx or Mike or Johnny, any of them, on playing Spelunky before, so pretty awesome stuff. Also, Mike has 16 bombs and 10 ropes out of 1-1.
Certainly does. pretty great start.
That's impressive. How often do you see that? Oh my gosh, that's wow, good job, Mike. Both leaving 1-2 at the same time. Lark's down 2 health apparently, but he does have a compass, so
Compass, that's going to be helpful.
Yeah.
The compass is the #1 thing I'm looking for in those shops.
Yeah, because it's really useful for the ice caves. So often the compass is such a massive difference as far as the ice caves goes for our racers. You know, you either have a really slow one.
It's extra useful in the ice caves, but it's useful just everywhere. I mean, you could, if you've got 16 bombs, say, you could just bomb down to the exit and save yourself a lot of headache and time.
At this point, it's 22 bombs for Mike. Man, this is ridiculous. 22 bombs and 8 ropes. He's not going to be running out anytime soon.
It's going to make the spike death all the worse.
You're not wrong. I'd like to see the bomb glitch where you reset and all your bombs get thrown out at the start of a game. Like, with 22 bombs, that'd be insane. Alright, so Mike is in the jungle a few seconds before Larx is. Straight down level means he's leaving 2-1 as Larx is loading it up. There we go with that. By the way, delay check. Did Mike just enter 2-2?
Yeah.
Okay. Just to make sure, because it could be an issue. Larx is starting to catch up in resources, but only in ropes. Only in ropes. Looks like Mike's making an exit for himself. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, but Larx is dead and having to start over. He got kiki'd there.
I didn't see that. Dang. So Larx is gonna go down. That's a pretty notable disadvantage for him, but it should be fine as long as Larx plays fast. Oh, but you know. Oh, and he's not actually gonna go for that. I thought he might have gone for the shopkeeper robbery for a second.
Why aggro shopkeepers when you're 8 levels ahead?
That's true. That's true. But we don't know if Mike knows that, which we're definitely gonna make a rule for next season.
Oh, we know that Mike knows that because he typed "I'm watching you" in Larx's chat.
Oh, did he? Okay. Did not know that much. Okay, we do know that he's watching Larx. That's creepy, by the way. Mike the creeper, Jesus. Okay, but so far so good. Speaking of Mike, he's onto the ice caves at this point, although he is lacking that compass we were talking about.
Using those bombs to get himself around half that level.
And for good reason.
Onto the ice caves.
Yeah, still 21 bombs here.
There's more bombs in that shop.
Yeah. Shopkeep might want to buy some bombs from Mike at this point. Alright, and yep, that's the exit for Mike. So he's going to move on to 3-2 as Larx is going to be moving out of 1-4 in a second. There's a level difference of about 6 levels at this point.
Not going for that crate.
Does he really need to, though?
Could have been a jetpack.
That's true. There's a lot of crazies not going for it.
Wow. Yeah, there sure are.
This seed is just like, have everything here. Take it all. You know, we don't need it. Man. Larx, however, going to be great.
Oh, and Larx has a dark level.
A dark spider den.
Spider level.
Ouch. This game is not treating him well so far, man.
Yeah, this is going to be invalidated because Mike is getting carried anyway, right?
Yeah, for sure. You can't have this RNG manipulation so late in the races, of course. So Mike is on to 3-4 at this point. Even more bombs for him, like, what even?
Larx is on the wrong.
Oh my gosh. That was close. Mike ends up nearly dying in the ice caves by missing a jump, but Larx ends up dying in the mines by falling onto spikes on the dark level. Oh no. Oh, and Mike's gonna die to the mammoth on 3-4. It's
wow. It buffered right as he died. I didn't see if the UFO got him or the mammoth. It was the mammoth, huh?
Yeah, it was the mammoth. He went by the UFO, and the mammoth shot him in midair, and he fell down. Ouch. So that's gonna put both of our racers back to 1-2 at this point. Mike having the lead on 3-4. That's crazy. There goes all of those resources back down to 4 bombs for him. Now Larx has the advantage at 9, and he's going to take 2 damage to an arrow trap on 1-2.
Okay. I wasn't sure if he was going to rob that for those bombs.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was looking at him like, is he just going to risk it all now that he's at 2 health?
So it was, I'm sorry, 3-2 that Mike died on? 3, okay, yeah, 3-4.
So you have to make it to the temple. Of course, you could always tie it at 3-4 if you wanted to, but
that's a pretty good place to set it for a first seed.
Yeah. If he had kept his resources, the temple would have probably been a breeze. Most of the issues are just use a bomb and go back around it. But too bad, so sad. That mammoth had something else to say about it.
Yeah, that mammoth was not compatible with Mike.
Ooh, and Mike is going to hit that giant spider and end up dying on 1-4, so Larx has a pretty notable chance here. He's 3 levels ahead of Mike. As long as he stays ahead and completes this seed, he should be good, or at least pushes the lead where Mike might be messing up.
Yeah, 3 levels is not a significant lead.
It's not a huge difference. If Mike ends up getting fat... Oh, well, I mean, you know, 1 level is not a big difference either when Larx dies on 1-4.
Oh boy. Yeah, Larx is dropping a few frames there. The chat's pointing out that's just coming from Larx, not from us. But still watchable.
Alright, well, I mean, Mike has the lead now, and I'm hoping that these shenanigans in the mines move on to shenanigans in the jungle in a moment. I mean, they're not the easiest seeds, but I think these two are rushing a bit too fast. Gotta find their pace.
Well, at this point, Mike doesn't have to do much of anything except sit back and watch Larx kill himself before 3-4.
That's true.
But I got a feeling we're going to see an Olmec victory here.
Yeah, I'm sensing it too. Mike on 1-4 and Larx on a 1-3 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 1-3. Alright, and I think this was a snake pit for Mike, if I'm not mistaken.
I didn't see that.
It was a snake pit, so it shortened his level a bit. Larx having his own pretty quick level. Moving on to 1-4 is Mike is moving into the jungle.
It's a jungle out there, Mike. Be careful. See what I did there?
I do. It's a jungle out there because it's a jungle level. Ah!
That's right. I intentionally made a bad joke.
That was jocular.
Well, thanks.
Bees, though, for Mike. He handles them pretty well. Wow, okay, that was close. We've been lacking in bees during these tournaments. We had a ton earlier in the races, and now they've all seemed to just fly away and not care anymore.
Do you realize that once a stream, you say, we've been lacking in bees in these tournaments?
Yes. Except for the stream that,
every time.
Except for the streams where we do have a lot of bees, which was like 2 streams. It was pretty great. But now we're back to normal levels. Let's get some Psychic Presence nonsense instead.
Mike just sat there in the water, hanging onto a ledge for a minute for no reason, and then continued.
Mark's having an amazing frame rate. I need to ask him to maybe lower his bitrate soon. There was during DT's events in a race, he got Bs on nearly every single jungle seed at least once, maybe at least twice.
That's true. It's almost as bad as getting 3-1 wet fur every single run.
Oh, Golem. I guess I could play Dark Ice Cave's music at the outro if we really want to. Who knows? We'll see. I wonder if we could get a special soundtrack mix of only...
And a dark level for Larx.
Ooh,
That's
yeah.
not helping him at all.
He is. He's the only one who's gotten dark levels between these two so far, but Mike is
Meanwhile,
actually down to
Mike
1 health.
takes a boomerang to the face.
Ooh, and Larx
down
is
to 1 HP.
Larx went into the face of a man trap and is now dead. Back to 1-1. Ouch. These
Lots
seeds
of
are
face
not
damage
kind.
here.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, to be fair, most of the Spelunker's body is its face. The Ice Caves don't have a released Dark Ice Caves track, but the For Sale Spelunky OST from Irixirk's website has an Ice Caves dark music that was never implemented into the game, so... Of course, you'll never see Dark Ice Caves. It's fairly reasonable. Dark Ice Caves are a bit ridiculous, but... And speaking of the Ice Caves, Mike currently traversing through them. Is he gonna... Okay. For a moment there, I thought maybe we'd be seeing some worms going down, but...
That would be ridiculous.
Mike is somewhat sane.
Alright, Larx grabs another compass out of the 1-2 shop.
Yep. It'll be useful. I mean, if he slows down, finds his
Assuming
space,
he makes
reaches
it to
the ice caves. Yeah.
Yeah, really slow and steady, guys. That's the way to go.
Slow and steady quite literally wins the race. Like, we can't get a better phrase here for it, you know? Of course, you know, don't, like, take an hour every single level. This isn't a score run. This is still a fast run. I wouldn't say speed run, but maybe a rush run?
Okay. He just cut off his path back across there if he needs it. I think he's okay here.
Yeah, it looks like it. Is that the bottom of the level at the spikes? I don't... Yes, it is, because the UFO is coming back out. Oh, wait.
UFO jump there. He could grab the spikes.
Or use a rope
He
at the
can
end.
use a rope.
Yeah, that works. Alright, and there he goes on to 3-4. So Mike is about to beat his own current level lead of 3-4. If he pushes it any further, Larx will have to go further to end up beating it himself.
He's tied with
let's see what
himself
happens.
at this point. Larx is doing a good job of coming back up. 2-1 now for Larx. 2-2.
Yeah, as long as he plays pretty smoothly and keeps his pace and something happens to Mike like a mammoth freeze from nowhere, then Larx has a solid chance. But this race is mostly in Mike's hands right now.
Well, we'll see. A lot can happen.
Yep, especially in the temple.
Off-screen thwomps are real.
Prayers to Kali. Ooh, Mike has made a very notable mistake. That Anubis. Oh my gosh!
That
was a gutsy move. That was a really smart play, actually, because you only have to deal with so many shopkeepers here, and
yeah,
wow.
he got trapped in the shop there with Anubis's bubbles on one side. If he Matic through the floor, he would have aggroed that shopkeeper, so he just aggroed it himself, so he could do it safely and then Matic out.
Yeah, he had to pay attention to Anubis, and he wasn't really thinking about how the bubbles would be locking him in, but for the situation that he was presented with, he handled it pretty much perfectly.
Yeah, that was a good move. He's
not
gonna have to
Larx.
deal with these exit shopkeepers now.
Yeah, the only two though. This one and the next one are the only two that he'll have to deal with for the whole game, which is fairly reasonable, especially considering now he has a Matic.
Yeah, I'm wondering why he's taking the path he is when he has a Matic. Oh, well.
Well, I mean, when you run into a Tiki Trap at 4 or less health, it's gonna kill you, unfortunately, so...
I think he must have got frazzled there with that Anubis situation and just forgot he even still had the Matic there, because he could have made that much simpler with that Matic.
So at this point, Mike is back to 1-1. The level to beat is currently 4-2, and Larx is in the Ice Caves on 3-1. He has a solid chance to take the lead here. Just don't run into a shop with Anubis currently firing at you. Not a good idea, usually. Mike with Teleporter Compass.
Okay.
And climbing gloves.
Oh, and the gloves.
Let's begin the insanity. Ooh, and let's nearly end the insanity. Larx, however, on a more reasonable setup.
And Mike exits with the broken arrow instead of the teleporter. Those pickup priorities, guys.
So, rip
Immediately
Mike's
throws the
PB.
broken arrow in disgust.
Rip Mike's any percent PB there.
So now he's got aggro shopkeepers and nothing to show for it. Oh.
Nice. Alright, so, Mike has to deal with the entire game with aggro shopkeepers. On Larx's end, however, I believe he's moving on to 3-4.
3-4, yeah. He's got a pretty good chance of tying it up here.
He has the compass, which is going to be a huge advantage for the ice caves, as we've mentioned countless times.
He also has 6 health. That'll help him in the temples with those tiki traps.
Yeah.
Arrows. Ooh.
So,
I almost thought he was just going to jump onto those spikes, but he jumped and threw a rope.
Mike not ceasing to amaze us with the resource count, receiving another bomb box from a crate, and now up to 16 bombs. Ludicrous stuff.
Resources haven't helped him too much so far.
Yeah, he hasn't really been able to take much advantage of them, but they're still good to have. Oof. That's gonna be Damsel taking a arrow for Larx there. But he's on to 4-2, so this game is timed up. Timed. It's tied up. Ooh, and Mike is dead.
Yeah, Mike is a little angry with himself right there.
I probably would be too, to be honest, but
Immediately killing himself 2 times in a row.
It's overtime!
Oh, is the timer up?
The timer's up.
Alrighty.
Oh, so we're gonna start off today with overtime. Both racers ended up reaching 4-2 by the time the clock was up as their farthest level. So we're gonna have them reset to the main door and get overtime started. So I'm gonna quickly explain it to them. I think they know how it works, but I need to explain it regardless.
Alright, so the way overtime is going to work is there will be no timer. Both races will start. We'll just say go. They will start, and it's whoever gets the farthest on 1 life. There will be no restarting, no 15-minute timer, just go. And if they tie, there will be double overtime. If not, it's just whoever gets the farthest. This brings in an interesting dynamic because the play style is going to have to change a little bit. You want to be safer. You want to be fast, but you want to be safer than even in a normal race because there's no restarting.
Alright, so we're gonna get started in about 40 seconds here. That was, wow, okay. I was not paying attention, and when I was sitting here thinking, why is Mike messing around? And I looked at the counter, and I'm like, oh, we have 3 seconds. This is
I was just
overtime.
about to ask you how much time left on the counter.
Yeah, that's overtime. That's overtime. Crazy stuff. I mean, awesome start for these guys to immediately just push into overtime. So, here we go. It's gonna be starting in about 20 seconds here. I'm excited. We're gonna see some safe play and interesting dynamics from Larx and Mike here.
Yeah, overtime's my favorite part of these tournaments.
Yep. And as my co-commentator host thing here said, there will be no timer now. We're just doing overtime. So there it is. And they're both getting going at about the same time. So my grammar is broken right now. I have no idea what's going on.
Grammar's not important.
This is true. So, early examination, of course, but it looks to me like Larx is playing a little bit faster than Mike is. He had a pretty garbage level to start himself off, but it looks like, as far as I can tell, Larx is a bit more of an aggressive strategy than Mike. But, I mean, you know, you obviously need time to make these observations. 1 level's not really enough.
Yeah, they seem pretty samesies to me.
That was close on Mike's end. Good hitboxes in this game made the arrow avoid him, ending up taking damage to a spider afterwards, though.
Moonwalking into a spider, that's pretty classy.
I mean, how else would you walk into it, man?
True.
So far, really bad levels, like, in general.
Yeah, good choice for Mike to grab that damsel. Cost him a little bit of time, but like we said, safe plays are better in this.
Yeah, not that fast of a seed for either of them, of course. They've been playing a little bit slow, and these levels are all really bad. They are all very notably bad and
Is Larx
slow.
going to opt to use a bomb? Yes, he is. Get around those spiders.
Yeah, good
It was
choice.
a pretty easy spider area, but
You don't want to risk that 2 health. I mean, if you mess something up,
Yeah.
accidentally grab a ledge, there goes 2/5 of your health, and now
he
you have to deal with
he
that.
could have also just used that bomb to bomb the spider and grab the paste.
You already
Although
had
he
paste.
already,
Yeah,
so
it wasn't very valuable.
yeah.
Of course, you do get 2 gems, but I think, as far as things go, not much of a difference that'll make. Of course, you know, it could be the difference between not having a compass and having a compass. So Mike is onto the jungle first, Lark's immediately following him. And it's amazing to me how in almost all of our overtimes that get anywhere, racers seem to have nearly the exact same pace.
He's got 4 health, and he opted not to sacrifice that damsel. He could have got himself a cape there.
That's true, but he could have also got himself spike shoes or something, which
Oh, it would
is
also
not
be
as
helpful.
valuable. It is helpful, but not as much so as a cape. God, I wish the jetpack was more reasonable to get from the altar. Of course, you need all other passive items before you get a jetpack.
Including a cape.
Yeah,
Alright. That was a lucky orange throg throw from that tiki trap. Just as Mike jumped, it hit the bottom of his feet. That
but
worked out.
did something happen in that sentence?
I don't know what happened.
I believe you said orange throg fro.
Oh, did I?
Yeah,
Pardon me, I'm having a stroke.
that's too bad. We'll be hearing from Rud's health in a bit here, but at this point, Larx is moving on to 2-3 as Mike is nearing the end, so Mike is a little bit ahead here. I think that's simply because of how long the levels were. They've been playing at nearly the exact same pace so far. Of course, the big game changer is mostly going to be the temple. During these overtimes, we tend to have like a switcheroo very frequently during the temple, back and forth between who's in the lead.
Now,
We'll see
Lark's
if that's
taking a
here
little bit
too.
of fall damage there, but he's still at 4 health. He's in good position as long as he doesn't get tiki'd.
There's a lot of health management that goes into these overtimes because, you know, as any percent goes, we often see juniors getting damsels in just regular any percent. During overtime, that's even more frequent, grabbing damsels.
Yep,
Interesting.
but it won't matter if you fall on spikes or into the abyss.
That's true, or get eaten by a man trap. Ooh, looks like Mike just got rutted and the Yeti King is just
Ouch.
right there waiting for him. Oh! Okay! Mike is dead on 3-1 to a landmine pickup priority, stopping him once again.
Boy. Yep, Mike got rutted and it was the death of him. Let's see how far Larx can get. He's got to get to 3-1 at least for double overtime.
So Larx is
Gets to
officially
3-2,
tied.
He'll take it.
He has tied it. If he beats this level, he wins overtime and takes the lead. Don't listen to what just happened to my voice. It's an interesting pitch.
No, we're pointing out mistakes that we make with our voice.
I goofed up, but
Yeah, somebody started that.
looks like Larx is gonna move on to 3-2. So Larx wins. We're gonna have them reset to the main door here and get started with our next race. So congrats to Larx for winning that overtime there. That's pretty exciting that we had such a quick overtime. So bravo. We're gonna get started with our next race in a second here. Maybe we'll see more overtime. Maybe we'll see
That's
double
right.
overtime. Maybe triple.
I don't know if we explained for anybody, any new viewers, but these are best 2 of 3.
Yes,
So
that's right.
That is the first race. The overtime is the conclusion of the first race. So now we're going to go into the second race in the best 2 of 3.
All right. So we're gonna be starting in about 40 seconds here.
Chat is asking for sextuple overtime.
Next couple overtime? I guess we
Yes.
could do that. Mike and Larx keep on dying on 1-1 during overtime. I think there's about like, what, 5 minutes?
No, we want him to die on 4-4.
Oh, of course. What else? No, we're gonna do hell sextuple overtime where they have to die on Yama over and over and over again.
That would be stupid hectic, please.
My feelings. So they're starting a little bit before I get the timer up, and I need to remove the overtime overlay real quick, so there we go. All good. Race 2, let's go. Larx has the lead here with 1 win over Mike, but Mike still has plenty of opportunity to take it back. We've had comebacks before during the season, actually plenty of them.
Yes, we have. The comebacks are the best part of junior races.
especially during like situations like Fishy's comeback. I ended up pushing in overtime to manage to take the win.
Is the timer set up properly after that overtime?
The timer is set up properly.
Alrighty.
We are running the timer, 14 minutes and 23 seconds left to go. I think they can probably manage that. Alright.
Alright, both still at the standard resources, although Mike is now opting to grab a pile of ropes and a damsel.
And Larx himself
Sacrifice?
has a bomb bag.
Chooses to sacrifice that damsel, get himself some paste.
A good choice.
Yep, it's too bad it's not a cape, but paste will work.
Right, so Mike is currently a level ahead. He's been having a little bit of a easier time with the seat as far as things go. I think Larx is having some pretty slow levels here, and he's playing a bit safe, which is a good idea.
It is. He took a couple of wrong turns there. Is Mike going to grab that teleporter? No, he's not. He's going to take fall damage instead.
Yeah, that's a lot more fun in my opinion, hitting the ground too hard. So in the ground or on the ground? You know, on the ground for Mike. But unfortunately, he's going to have to deal with a dark level at this point, and Larx is faring much better without that punishment. Alright.
Dark level.
Mike goes the wrong way at first, but back on track here. This looks pretty simple as far as the dark level goes, but I'm hearing the classic rushing water bloobly noises, and ooh, this is bad.
What kind of noises did you say?
Bloobly noises.
Bloobly?
Bloobly.
Is that like a frozen pizza?
It's actually frozen yogurt. Sorry.
Okay.
Actually, frozen yogurt made from the insides of Old Mighty. Pretty exciting stuff. There's only one ever. Oh my god! Larx is gonna take a Tiki Trap hit, down to 1 health, and almost get blown up by an orange frog. That was terrifying to watch, but he's alive. Mike's still a level ahead at this point, using one of his ropes on a monkey that he got attached to, but let's see if Larx goes for some royal jelly here. He is insane enough to do it.
It looks like he is. He's got 1 HP. If he gets that royal jelly, he'll be in a much better HP situation, but getting it, not that easy.
Yeah, he needs to not throw all these bombs to the ground like he did for the last 3.
Just does not care about bombs at all.
Alright, so down to 3 bombs at this point. Larx needs to land one in the queen bee's face as opposed to the floor below.
Mike is dealing with a tiki village over here. Also not the easiest of situations.
And Larx needs to pay attention to the fact that he has spent a minute on this level. So that's a lot of time to be spending, especially when your opponent is ahead at this point. So we'll see. We'll see what happens to this royal bee.
He has no spike boots. He could. Oh boy. Down to 2 bombs.
Down to 1 bomb.
Gonna cook this one and miss. Gonna cook another one.
And at 0 bombs! Larx is now 4 health better than he was before.
5 health now.
Immediately die on spikes. Oh, but in our stupidity, we just forgot to see Mike die.
Oh, I saw it. I just didn't.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know. I didn't really see it. I was kidding.
Of course. Well, Mike is dead on a jungle level of sorts, at least 2-3. If anybody can inform us of what level Mike died on, that'd be nice. We were too focused on Larx's endeavor. But if Larx makes it to the ice caves, then doesn't matter. Alright, so Larx entirely without bombs at this point. Interesting situation. I don't think we've seen that yet in races. We have seen ropeless. We have not seen bombless yet.
Yeah, let's see if he gets some kind of crater shop to help him with that situation, but bombless is a thing.
So apparently Mike died to fall damage. We don't exactly know what stage it was, but as long as Larx makes it to 2-4, we at least know that it's tied. I'll ask Mike in the chat if he can inform us. Actually, I'll ask him if Larx dies here.
Yeah, don't bother him unless we have to.
Oh, and Larx does die on 2-3, so we'll ask Mike real quick. That's unfortunate. It ends up getting into an odd Tiki Trap situation, and all that health is for naught.
Oh, Mike says he died on 4-4, so I guess we'll go with that.
Oh, okay, yeah, made it to all Mike within like 12 seconds, so good job. Larx choosing to reset real quick on 1-1. That's about a 10-second problem for him, but not a huge deal.
We're still about, what, 10 minutes to go here, so...
9 minutes, 45 seconds.
Yeah, I think we'll get past 2-4.
Yeah, hopefully. Speaking of, Mike is currently on to Jungle 2-1 with a Matic at this point, and climbing gloves. Did he rob her shop? I don't think he actually did, yeah. He did not rob the shops here.
Passing up all those bombs. Look how he's got 12 grand worth of money there.
Yeah, look at that. Must have been swinging through some ruby zones
And yet
along the way.
he opted to run right past that bomb shop.
Oh, and that damsel eaten alive. Poor girl.
Well, better her than him.
That's true. Her than her.
Her than her, I suppose.
Yeah. Alright, and Larx with a double arrow. Not quite as amazing as the double rainbow, for sure. But he handles it pretty well, and Mike is, at this point, going to move on to 2-4, which means that our death level issues are settled. Mike has the lead no matter what here.
Yeah, those gloves came in handy there for him. Saved him from a bit of fall damage or using a rope.
Add to the pip counter.
Yep.
We're at like 1,000 at this point. More likely we were at about 30-something. Please be mentioned that we've had a ton of freaking content. Like, I think we're approaching
Larx
days
so
worth
close
of
to
videos.
falling on those spikes
Ooh,
there.
that was close, yeah. Larx is about to move on to the jungle while Mike is actually in 3-1.
He's on the wrong side. Let's see if he attempts a Yeti jump.
He's on the right side.
Oh, he is. Alright, that worked out.
He is not realizing that he's on the right side.
Okay.
Interesting play there by Mike. Down to one rope at this point. Larx opening up the black market. Interesting. It was
Black
very
markets
early on.
can go well or they can go very poorly.
Yeah, that was a
It's
really
always
short level.
interesting when someone enters a black market.
That is it's almost an arguably good choice there for Larx, unless of course something random triggers shopkeeps. But he had a really short level because the black market was right at the start there.
Yeah, that's going to help him make up a bit of time. Is he looking to rob this thing? He's looking all over the place here.
Yeah, I'm curious, but to chat, yes, we know Larx is lagging. We can still tell what's happening. We're still giving you the play-by-play. Hopefully, it's not a huge deal. We'll ask him to lower it for future races, assuming he doesn't get eliminated here. You know, that's always a possibility. Mike at this point about to move on to 3-4, so let's see what happens. Last time Mike made it to 3-4, he ended up unfortunately dying, but actually no. 2 times ago when he made it to 3-4, he ended up dying. This is a lot nicer for 3-4 though.
Yeah, that was much easier. We're onto the temple.
Alright, now Larx spent an entire minute in that black market and actually lost some health. That
time save has been completely negated. This did not pay off.
Yes. Mike at this point in the temple. Larx is going to need to pick up his pace if he wants to have any chance.
He's on the wrong side. I'm surprised he didn't just matic down and through there.
Yeah, that maticking the lava away and then maticking down through where the lava was would have been the best choice there, but you know, Mike is still out alive, so.
Instead, he's going to dodge some swamps, go around Anubis, have to avoid these tikis. He does get a crate out of it.
This is true, 2 crates. Parachute, best item in the game. Yeah, this race is over. I think we need to invalidate the parachute. It's too overpowered, honestly.
Sure.
Alright, Larx with a scary bee situation at 1 health. Maybe he'll make a repeat of last race. He'll only use 2 bombs this time if it goes the same way.
Nope, he's out the exit.
Yeah, fair enough.
Dancel.
Reasonable stuff. And Mike getting it blocked off temple with a matic at the very least, but still.
Those tikis, man.
Oof, this is awkward. And he's gonna live. Yes, he is on to 4-3 at this point, so nice levels Olmec. He has a pretty solid chance of completing his seed here.
Yeah, he could matic right down there. Use up that matic on Olmec.
Right, and this is looking like a pretty easy 4-3 for Mike. Scary thwomp. Too scary, and he jumps over it. Impressive display of skill by Mike there, pressing the A button, or the Z button.
I believe it's the X button.
Oh, that's right. Larx at this point on 3-1, he has to hope that Mike dies here. Otherwise, Larx is not going. I stand corrected. Larx dies to a mammoth on 3-1. Oh, that's unfortunate. If Mike dies here, however, that's not what I meant to do. If Larx dies here, however,
yeah, there's only about 5 minutes left. I don't know.
That's true. We have about 5 minutes, so 5 minutes is enough to, if you go fast, make it to Olmec. Yeah, you can tie it if you go fast and make it to Olmec. We'll see if Mike's ever lasting curse of death on
Larx
Mike.
immediately killing himself on 1-1 is not the definition of going fast.
Yeah, this is looking like it's gonna go to Mike if Larx's mindset doesn't change in a second here.
And there goes the Matic. But it helped him out quite a bit. He had a lot of that Matic left.
Yep. The climbing gloves, he should be able to pull off safe strats without a huge deal. Interesting way of using his bombs here. He should be fine.
He's got plenty.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to use one more up top there.
Yep. Alright, and he is all good for safe strats. As long as he doesn't mess up the drop, will Mike break his everlasting curse? Find out in just a few seconds.
Heater correctly here. He already redeemed himself, didn't he?
He did, but I think he has once again lost since then, so that one is going to go to Mike at this point, so Mike is starting to make his comeback. Let's see how this goes. 1-on-1. We're going to our third race here to start off, so interesting stuff. We're going to wait for Mike to finish his cutscene and get to our third race.
Alright, one win for each of these guys.
Alright. Mike is going to set up to get started in a few seconds here. We're going to be starting in about 40 seconds. So this is going to be the third and final race between these two, and then we're going to move on to Rud versus PatDog56. Yeah, the guy we're talking to is going to be racing, and...
Who, me?
Yeah, it's you! It's going to be great, and
Alright, it's okay, because I've got a great strategy to win my race with PatDog. I'm going to make the game think I'm a Canadian, eh?
Gotcha!
Yeah. All world records are belonging to Canadians at this time. So, I am now Rud the Canadian.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Sorry, you're sorry. Let's stop. This is satanic.
Well, I'm alright with that.
I'm sure you are, Rud. I'm sure you of all people are. But we're gonna get started with our next race here. 2 minutes on the clock. Let's see what happens. Larx versus Mike, last round. And once again, I should say that this is elimination. This is not exhibition. These two racers, whoever loses this race here will be eliminated from the tournament, and whoever wins will move on for a chance in winning it all. We'll see. We'll see. We're getting close to the end here. By the end of Saturday, which is tomorrow, for those of you who don't know, we'll be ready. We'll have a junior championship racer, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe so.
Why? Why do you hate us, Rud?
It's a valid tactic.
Yeah. Can we get a new commentator? Ooh, okay, that was just a bit of buffering on Mike's end. No stream drop or anything, so that's good.
It looks fine here. Yeah, there was a time when I had to talk like this to get world records, but now it's Canadian.
Ah, gotcha. Of course. What else? Somebody get the American world record. So Rud has to go Boston. Just full out Boston accent. The ultimate American.
Baston?
Oh god, why did I say anything? Somebody get Rud out of here. I need a new commentator. But as far as the actual racers go, I feel like we should be commentating on them or something. Mike is on
maybe,
1-4.
Mike has got 3 hats.
Killed me.
Little bomb, 6 ropes.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts. Mike is moving on to the jungle as Larx is currently traversing 1-3 with a much larger resource and health count than Mike does. So far so good. Let's see what happens. Sooner or later, brutal.
Sooner or later is acceptable.
Sooner
That's
than
a valid,
later, sorry.
valid statement.
Sooner than later. We'll see.
Oh god.
Sorry. Mike, Larx rather, using a bomb. For reasons at the end there. I didn't see exactly what that was for, but looks like it didn't really help him. Mike whipping a boomerang there, that was a bit scary.
He's got some more crates there for Larx. Is he gonna grab these? Yes, he is. More ropes. 10 ropes, 9 bombs.
13 ropes,
even more.
9
13
bombs.
ropes. Old Mike spawns will not be a problem.
Oh, of course. But the level disadvantage here is pretty notable at this point. Mike is 2 levels ahead. Of course, the slow tempo level can change anything. Spending a minute in the black market can change anything too, though. Mike is starting to get his resource count up a bit. 476 versus 5913. Still, Larx is ahead by a mile.
Yeah, he is.
That was
he could get some bad ice caves levels that cost him some time.
That's true, and a few ropes. Larx won't have any problems with rope usage, but Larx is definitely playing quite a bit slow here. Actually bombing, waiting for it, whipping a man trap to get 3 bombs, which I guess I can justify it, but how many bombs do you really need if you're trying to go fast?
Well, at this point, he's in a good position to start using those bombs to get through these levels.
Yes.
If I was Larx, I would have no qualms about bombing down.
Yeah, let's see what he does with this, not necessarily pip counter Tiki, but... Right,
No,
he does
that's-
have ropes to use as well, but Mike is on the ice caves right now, while Larx is still 2 levels behind on 2-2.
Yeah, it's an interesting ice caves level. It's really hard to tell where he needs to go.
Really open jungle level for Larx as well, so they're both
Yes.
gonna move on at about the exact same time here, so there they go. Alright, and they're both gonna begin their next level. Mike onto the Ice Cave 3-2 and Larx in the jungle on 2-3.
Yeah, and Mike's moving at a decent clip here. He's halfway through the ice caves in 3 minutes.
However, he is using a lot of ropes here. Larx, however, not using as many of his ropes or
Well,
bombs.
he's got 7 ropes. He could afford to use them.
That's true. Alright, and continuing to be on almost exactly 2 levels ahead pace for Mike. No passive items on these guys. Actually, Mike is 3 levels ahead at this point.
Yeah, he's losing a little bit of time here on this ice caves level. If Larx gets some easy ice caves levels, he could make up quite a bit of time. And fall damage for Mike.
Larx is actually down to 2 health at this point on 2-4.
So 2 health for
And,
Larx, 3 health for Mike.
We once again
Not the end of the world.
Ooh, 1 health for Larx, but we once again see the strat where placing a rope a tile ahead by leaning over an edge is helpful. Larx is going to go back up and get that damsel. Larx needs to pick up the pace. He is 4 levels behind at this point. Unless Mike dies, you know, this is going to go to Mike if Larx doesn't hurry up. He's at 1 health
Well,
as well, which is 2
Mike-
levels.
Mike could die here,
No.
so picking up that damsel at 1 HP for Larx is a pretty solid choice.
That's true. It did take quite a bit, though. He's on to 3-1 while Mike is moving on to 4-1. It's pretty much up to whether or not Mike dies.
Yes, it is.
Alright, let's see what happens. He's on to the temple. Let's, no Anubis shop combo to start us off here, so that's interesting. If we still have 9 minutes on the clock, so they still have a lot of time, assuming either of them die. Alright. That's a bit of an awkward Anubis for Mike. Definitely worth a bomb here. And he does exactly that. Went for Larx at 1 health. I fear for him.
Yeah, that's really bad. Larx isn't happy about that, immediately pausing.
I always hate watching people with UFOs while on ice. It's just scary. Oh! What is even happening on Larx? I don't even know.
Oh, he's alive.
He is alive, and Mike is as well on 4-2. This is bonkers on both of their ends. What is happening?
Yeah, the buffering for Larx isn't really helping, but he gives himself a compass in 3-2.
Alright, Mike having a little bit... Oh, he roped up to go somewhere, and he hit a UFO and dies on 3-2.
Should have tried to catch that UFO, Mike, or Larx.
Yeah, catching UFO is a very optimized strategy for everything ever, actually. Alright, and Larx is at this point resetting on 1-1.
Yep.
It's up to Mike.
Mike is coming into 4-3, letting that Thwomp carry away that Magna Man for him.
It is up to Mike. He can take the race right now as long as he beats Mike, and he has the resources to do so. This is
If
starting to
he
look like the
dies,
end of
there's
Larx.
still time for Larx to come back, right?
This is very true. 7 minutes and 49 seconds is plenty of time for a comeback to be made, assuming Mike does die, but he has so many resources. Oh, actually, no, he doesn't. He has 1 bomb, but he has so many ropes that he could rope anywhere he wants.
Just rope old Mike to death.
Yes, that is a strat.
Well, with all those ropes, he could afford to go up and check for bombs if he wants to employ safe strats.
Yeah, and he is watching Larx's stream, whereas that might not be the same, vice versa. Well, let's see what happens. And... yes, we are...
Up he goes.
Very well. We're gonna see Mike go up here, see if he can't get any bombs. It looks like there's a
So
gamble.
far, there's 3 crates so far. But bombing one... No. Well, he's got a compass. That's helpful.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't know where the exit was on Mike, you're right there. Look, over there, bottom right. Just go over there. He got another compass!
Double compass! And he has 2 other crates that both require him to use his only bomb to get him. Is he going to go for it?
Mike, these compasses are telling you the exit's over there. Go! Hurry up!
He's going for it. Let's see if he gets some bombs here.
It's a camera!
It's a camera. Oh boy. Alrighty.
Mike having to go bombless on Olmec. He's well.
He started him off in the right spot. That was a good first stomp there. He's doing okay with the spawns. With 10 ropes, he could get a few spawns without much hindrance.
And killing a spider. We're on the last. Oh, whoa, okay, and
that was a very nice Olmec fight.
yeah, Mike's up and out after receiving 2 compasses, knowing exactly where the exit is. Mike is going to take the win here and eliminate LarxLive. So, great performance by both of our racers. Mike will be moving on. Congrats to him, and apologies to Larx for losing, but still a great performance nonetheless. Alright, so, it is at this point...
Good job to both of our racers. I'm going to have to take off and do my race, and you're going to have to be on your own.
Yeah, it's at this point where we have to say sayonara later to Rud. Rud's got his race to get up to. Get your stream up, man. We gotta see you lose.
I gotta remember how to play this game.
Yeah, so that was pretty bonkers. Awesome race, but I guess I'll be watching your race here, Rud. I'm gonna relentlessly taunt your failures, for the record.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Why change things now?
Alright, so thanks for the commentaries, Rud. I guess I'll see you later.
Bye.
Toodles!